What's up, world? What's going on? Everybody joining us on Zoom. Everybody joining us on IG. And once again, IG, if you want to join us on Zoom, if you go to the link in the bio, that's where you can find the Zoom link. Just come on in and join us. We rocking out right now with such a dope individual, man. Shaking up the industry in the wine world. Man, Abner, right? Mount Fleury. He's joining us, man. He's joining us live from Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. There's a dope wine right here. This Mount Fleur Duvin, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, man. Let me show my folks on IG what it do. And this particular is Yvonne, right?
Yep.
We're gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna explore that. For those of y'all that's joining us and just rocking out with us for the first time, I see some folks that always rock with us. Hello. Thanks for the love. We Vine to the Rhyme, and we pair wine with music. We use music as a way to bring about wine education, so you're a more educated consumer. We go out and buy a glass of wine, or you go buy a bottle. That's what we do. So now, when we pair that wine with the term, and you hear that term when you're out in the streets, you're like, oh, that's what they're trying to serve me. I like that. Or, I'm not really feeling that. But I'll tell you what we are feeling is this wine right here. You see how much is left?
Yes.
What up, world? You see what's left? That's one day.
I gotta catch up.
Pick up a glass. So, man, good, brother. Let's just jump into it, man.
Right.
Tell us your wine story. Tell us your wine journey before you got to wine.
Into wine. So, my name is Abner Montfleury. I'm 24. I'm Haitian American. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I graduated from Boston College with a degree in psychology and a minor in sociology. And my first job out of college was in higher education. I was an admissions counselor. Those were my first two jobs. And so as I was navigating the world, the adult life, having to pay bills, being responsible.
Yep.
I just started thinking like, what's my next 10-year plan? It's easy to kind of get stuck in a routine or feel as if, this is the way to success. You got to put in those 50 hours and a week and, all that, and spend 40 years at a job. And so for me, I was just like, you know what, like, this is not what I want to do, And so for me, I got another job at University of Maryland.
Okay.
As an admissions counselor. And during my time down here, I was going to a lot of wine festivals and wineries.
Okay.
And one thing I noticed was that they weren't people that looked like us, that either sold wine or made wine.
Facts.
And it was just a glaring observation, seeing art people walk around and buying all these different wines, yet they're not even being marketed towards you,
Yep.
And so for me, I was just like, let me become that change I was trying to see. And it took a year and a half to finally get liquor in a bottle and go through that whole process of, federal approval, licensing, distribution, all the good stuff, before I can, sell. But I was able to finally launch in August of last year, 2020.
Okay. Ooh, hell of a time to launch.
Right, yeah.
Man. Well, shoot.
Nowhere to go but up.
Right.
Yeah, I know. That we want to talk about that in a few too. But let's launch into this tasting real quick, because we definitely want to get your take on the wine as well.
Right.
So matter of fact, just tell us about your experience with this particular wine, this Yvonne wine. Like, what are we expecting as far as taste, as far as aroma? Like, what is it? What is it?
So smell wise, you get that peach. You kind of get that bouquet of flowers, and I just wanted my wine to just stand out because that's the first thing. When I learned about wines in general, the first thing you do is you swirl it and then you smell it. And so I was just like, all right, I want my wine to smell good because that's the first sense that's going to captivate you. Well, the second sense that's going to captivate you, other than the visual aspect of the bottle itself.
Yeah.
And then once you get into the taste, I wanted to attract soft palate drinkers. People that tend to go for that sweeter, wine. No shade on Moscato. But I wanted to kind of attract those type of people. So as you drink it, I truly believe your palate will open up, and you may not even want to drink Moscato anymore.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Right.
Let's jump into that for sure.
It's in regards to the taste, I wanted to have a balance between sweetness and dryness. And so I definitely feel like you'll get that, and then you also get the peach towards the end. So the peach is not a very strong taste within this wine, but you do get it at the end. So
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, definitely catch that peach finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because we're gonna get into the varietal that you use. We're gonna get into the Gewurz.
Right.
I want to kind of know why you selected that. You kind of alluded to when you talked about the comparison to Moscato.
Yeah.
Let's kind of get back to the nose of it, right? The smells, the aroma, and we want to offer you and kind of share with you kind of our interpretation of it, and for folks that are joining us and that get down with us. Again, this wine is so dope, and it has like like Brother Abner said, it kind of has that wildflower feel to it, aromas to it on the nose. So we kind of want to give you our interpretation of it as well from a musical perspective, what you can expect if you're going to sip on this particular varietal, right? This dope wine. So like he said, it's a lovely wildflower bouquet, but actually one of the first impressions for me, and because of the Gewurz grape,
right.
it has a sweet smell. It actually smells sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that aroma really stood out to me. And it's kind of like almost like a sweet rose. So when I saw the description of the wildflower, if you don't know what a wildflower is or what that smells like,
right,
I'm like, what does it smell like? And the sweetness is what jumped out at me, and that rose really jumped out at me. Kind of a honey to it as well.
Yeah.
And so for me, I had to find something that was intense, kind of medium intensity as far as music is concerned. So it's not something that's like a lot of heavy bass to it.
Yeah.
And so I went with a track that kind of embodies the sweetness of it, but also the fact that it progresses as the aroma does. The aroma actually progresses as you smell it and as you swirl it. Right? It doesn't just start off with the punch in the face. And so just like that, I chose a track from my man Xavier Omar. Called Blind Man, and it starts off real smooth, just like the aroma. It's like the aroma starts off not really intense, and then as you smell it, it intensifies, just like his lyrics, and just like the beat. Drop it, B. Cheers, Vinyl Rhyme. I would say my time with your mind. Your ambition will leave me alone. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything. Don't nobody care about your heart like I do. Hey, what's going on? I'm down for you, just the way wine that we tasting right here. Body like a queen, but it ain't about your body, baby, it's about your being. I ain't rolling up, but I'm on a high. When you really think about it, ain't no wonder why I'm so down for you. It's the Gewurz demeanor. Great. Aroma, if you're on the nose, the aroma, except the wildflowers. Like I said, it's not pungent at all. Like it sneaks up on you. Yeah, man. What you got, Big?
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, Xavier, that's my dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I kind of went off that same, same like wildflower notes, leaning, because I got it's very pungent, aromatic, and the Gewurz grape is a very aromatic grape.
Yep.
And what I chose Wildflower by Sanchez, because that's a nice big song. Because when I think of aromatics, I think of something very just
out there
in your face, and just all around you.
Cheers.
And it's also fun,
Up in my flavors now.
Yep. Turn it up, B.
Face the hardest times you can imagine. Many times her eyes fall back at you. And whether you was about to fall, diamond splendor shoulder and the weight of all of this, and the sorrow on me still rains the midnight silence in your ears. So let her cry. She's a lady. Let her breathe. She's died. Let the rain fall down.
What's up, Vanilla Vine? Yeah. Hey, Shaw. What up, big boy? You, man. Make a ping. Appreciate you.
Give my chance, I should hold on. Let me hold it for a time. Give my hand one possession. I will keep them from the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's your vibe right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I figured you like that one too, man. So let's just dive a little bit. So why did you go with the Gewurz straight? Like, tell me about that process. Like, I know you had to go through a bunch of different varietals. So tell me about that. You just go straight to the Gewurz.
First of all, that when I first saw Gewürztraminer, first of all, I didn't know how to even say it. You know, I was already butchering that word, and I was like, that's such a weird word. Like, let me look into it.
Yeah.
And what another thing I realized, there's not a lot of Gewürztraminer wines out there. And so I said, let me try to be untraditional. I wanted to go a route that nobody that I've known has gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, let me try Gewürztraminer. I love the smell, like I said, and the taste. I clearly had to go through a whole series of tasting to make sure I got that right taste that I wanted for my wine. But I really felt like Gewürztraminer was the way to go. And like I said, it's just untraditional. You don't really hear about it much at all. And the spelling is amazing. And
exactly.
I love to hear people just try to say Gewürztraminer.
That's why I just say Gewurz.
Yeah, I know you guys been shortening it, and I might take that now.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
Yeah,
you can say that, and people won't look at you sideways.
Yeah,
that's Gewürztraminer. Yeah, for sure, man. That's dope. Well, I can tell you about the that grape for sure from a palate standpoint, right, and how it really stands out. I'll tell you that this particular grape, I always kind of try to look out for the acidity of it, and as you know, and as it's described, it's crisp. Now this isn't like super like overly sharp crispness, like as in is overriding all the other flavor profiles, and that's what I like about it. There is a little bit of balance to it, but it's definitely, even like I said, my wife drank, she's like, "Oh man, this is crisp." I was like, "Yep." Was you reading the bottle, babe? No, it's crisp. And so for me, for the crispness, that's an ode to the acidity, and kind of reference to the acidity when you see that. So that's the lesson in all this, folks. If you see something that's crisp and they describe it as that, they're talking about the acidity, and you expect it to get that kind of that mouth-watering feel when you drink it. And so that's definitely what this wine provides, but it's not over the top either. It's not that puckering like feeling. And so for me, anything that's acidic and has that kind of focus on the crispness, I like to pair it with songs that have a lot of hi-hat cymbals featured in it. And that's the same way that a hi-hat cymbal in music will cut through heavy bass lines and actually will stand out even from the lyricist or the singer. And so it always stands out. And that's with crispness and acidity of wine. It's kind of, that's what the parallel is.
I like that.
So for me, I went with this track that I ain't listened to it in a long time. It's one of my favorites. It's actually Nas featuring Trey Williams. And check it out. Yeah, man. Turn it up, big. The hi-hat. Never worry. Check. Let there be light. No gang banging in New York tonight. Just mirrors of Biggie Smalls, bigger than life. Turn up the kid mic, cause I ain't listening right. With songs talk that Nas got wrong. I'd rather outline my body in white chalk. Ain't nobody been where I've been. They had to stand still. This is all overseen by my man Will. I know that I ain't got much time there. They don't really want to see the good in me. They stop trying until they see the fool in me. I know my business from my feet is straight. Yeah.
Yeah. Add to the playlist.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about the playlist in a few. Yeah. Hey, B, I know you got something over there too to wet that man's palate. Pause.
Well, actually, I wanted to follow up with that Christmas as well. But now I'm thinking of like when I do those hi-hats and those notes that they kind of penetrate, which kind of like what when I drink this wine, kind of leaves these little jabs of peach, these jabs of fruit on my palate. So I chose 45 Live by Reflection Eternal, Mos Def, and Mr. Man. We going backpack. See how does that penetrate?
Let's go. I like that.
The highest caliber, make it a night to remember like shout out. Then escape to Havana with a solid. Do what I got, planes get shot down, keeping in space over the water. I got insight to clear case up, reading your aura. Man, what you got for us as my black men stand in line like the chorus. Making these MCs our sons like chorus. I'm always taking shots like a Japanese tourist. Get the picture, fly the Casa Sosa, no response.
I'm shipping wishing well water imported from Pluto. That's why my eyes are glassy, so you ain't got the ice. The interplanetary Illuminati move your body.
Yeah. You down with Mos Def? You down? Are you down with Mos Def and that whole movement? Abner?
Me?
Yeah.
I listen to Mos Def.
All right, no doubt. Bet. So yeah, definitely. So we don't share our pairings with each other.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we just
that's awesome.
So we kind of battle.
Cool.
Yeah. And so like right before. Like I'll send mine off to him like right before. So he don't have time to like try to compete with me. And so anyway, I want to get back into the wine.
Right.
So the name of the wine, Yvonne. Tell us about that.
So I named the wine after my late grandmother who passed away. It's been a year. She passed away the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I want to memorialize, the matriarchy of our family. And just kind of how she lived her life towards the end of celebrating life, living in the moment and making memories. And you see that in the back of my label, it's written on the back of my label. Yep. And then also I want that feeling to, visually, I want you to feel as if it's a celebration every time you look at my bottle or even every time you drink it. And so, you get the fireworks on there as well. Yep. And then you get the crown over her name. And so that's kind of been the theme. I do plan on following naming my wines after the influential and important women in my life that I hold dear. Yeah.
That's super dope, man. We love a good story and a true story and a heartwarming story to accompany the wine. It's funny because very early on you said about how one of the first things you see is it's not actually the aroma, it's the visual, it's the bottle. And that bottle does stand out when you see it on the shelf.
Yeah.
So we did know that because it's on your website. We did know that about your grandma. And so what we do is we do the wild card, which is our last pairing for the evening. Okay. The wild card basically is essentially it could be anything about the wine, where the wine is made, the terroir, like anything. And so what we chose for our wild card is actually paying respect to your late grandma and just your vision of working with her. And so grandma's hands. Go with us. Cheers. Turn it up, baby.
Slept in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hand played a tambourine so well.
What's up,
Grandma's hand used to issue
rocking out this right now.
She'd say, Billy, don't you run
right here is
so
really
fast.
good. Hope y'all can see this.
Might fall on a piece of glass.
So dope.
Might be snakes there in that grass, Grandma.
It's a sports theater. Great variety. Sweet kind of pairs, definitely outdoors. It's a good kind of segue into sweetness.
Used to eat sometimes and swell. Grandma's hand used to lift the
So for the school, you gotta score some cool points, Abner.
Yes, sir.
Who used this? Who sampled this? Who sampled this song?
Put yourself in G.
You got it. I ain't got no points. I can't get no points on this one, man.
Come on, young whippersnapper. It's I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna let it sit till it gets to the part.
Grandma's hand pick me up each time I fell. Grandma's hand, boy, they really came in handy. She'd say, Matty, don't you put that boy.
Hey.
What you wanna spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have grandma anymore. If I get to heaven,
doubt.
Wow.
So Black Street.
That's
They
who sampled that?
Yep. No
All right.
diggity.
No diggity.
Yep. So the beginning of No Diggity, that they sampled that, John. You know what?
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, we go back. We old school, man.
Yeah.
No doubt. So you mentioned the playlist.
Yeah.
So the Friday play. So tell us about that. How did that come about?
Really, I just felt like I needed something to associate my wine with. I think, I don't like drinking my wine in silence. And so I said, let me try to come up with a playlist. And it's funny, my girlfriend actually curates a playlist. She has an ear for R&B and just, I think music that matches my wine. And so, I let her kind of take over that. And every Friday, it's updated. It's a really good playlist. You don't necessarily have to drink wine with it. It's a great playlist to, wake up to and kind of meditate, yoga, a great, playlist to drive to. But every Friday it's updated and it's the weekend, it's Friday wind down playlist. So I think it really, sets the mood off for your weekend.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, we definitely will let you, we'll send that playlist off to you. So
Appreciate it.
You know what we played today.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to add them joints, I seen your head knock.
Yeah. I'm gonna add some to the playlist.
Who knows? Maybe one day we can do like a Vine takeover. What's up, Mark? A Vine takeover of your playlist.
Yeah.
Like we'll do some programming on there.
We gotta chop it up about that one.
Yeah, man. So
We'll take care of you.
Oh yeah. We got you. We've been DJing so we both DJ. We met each other in high school.
Yeah.
We went to high school together. Just been rocking out with each other for like over 20 years now. 20 plus years. Sheesh.
I used to DJ in college.
Oh word. No doubt.
I was DJing at Boston College in all the dorms.
Yeah.
This is crazy,
Yeah. Oh, fellow brethren.
Yeah.
Man of the DJ Claw. Salute. Salute. Yo, so okay, so you hit us with the playlist. So
Right.
then tell us what was it like launching in 2020?
Wasn't, actually, let me not say it wasn't the perfect time. Nipsey has this quote where he says, sometimes perfect timing seems like I'm too late, and I just felt like that kind of embodied me launching. It wasn't the perfect time to launch. I can't do wine festivals at this time. I can't do tastings because of, COVID and just being aware of, just what's going on, social distancing and whatnot. And so I said, let me just do it and see where it takes me. And so just looking back, I'm in close to 17 different retail locations in the state of Maryland and in my hometown, Massachusetts, and we're continuing to expand every day. And I think for me, it was just, you kind of got to take that jump.
Yeah.
You take the jump is just like, all right, well, I'm falling or I'm flying. And for me, it was just, as soon as I jumped, I started flying. I've met and got in contact with a lot of great people who have helped me on my journey. And I just felt like, it was important for me to continue it because it was more on kind of what I want to do in my life, I'm 24, gonna be 25. And so like, I'm getting to this point where it's just like, all right, I'm getting older, I really don't have time to waste. So it's just like, how do I create that generational wealth? How do I, become my own boss? How do I continue to, keep my own dollars, and just work for myself. And I've decided to just launch in August of last year. And ever since then, like I said, I've been just going on the up and up. And so we do have some big plans for 2021, even though, we may not be able to do any wine festivals or, wine tastings, it's made me think outside the box, which I'm so appreciative for because, now that I know I can do wine festivals and tastings, I've been able to tap into a lot of, different avenues or different industries that that can pair my wine. For example, I'm gonna just throw that out there. I actually got my wine turned into an ice cream.
That sounds perfect.
I know. And so I said, it's just things like that, just reaching out to people and just trying to figure out, what space can I take up? Because it doesn't just have to be in the wine world. And so that's a pretty good example of just how I'm just trying to think outside the box.
Where can I get some scoops of that?
I'll let you know.
can't share it?
It hasn't launched yet, so I can't let the public know right now, but I got you.
I dig it. Yeah, if we can get an exclusive, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Then
I'm
we,
eating it right now.
Yeah, got you. The divine discount for our folks. Yo, speaking of which, all our folks listening to this, and we're gonna when we repost it at the same time, all our folks know that Abner, the man, the myth, the legend, hooked us up and is gonna hook y'all up.
Yep.
Discount on the wine if you order through him. The discount code is VOTR. You can go to the store and buy it, but you can also order through him and get the VOTR, the Vine of the Rhyme hookup too.
Right.
You know, always try to hook y'all up, but we can. Abner was like, I got you. Say no more. So VOTR. What's the website?
MontfleurDuvin.com. MontfleurDuvin.com.
No doubt. And we'll include all that information. It's already included, but we'll include all that information for sure. Let me know if you want to come in with some tunage, B. Other than that, you know, I enjoy talking to this young brother. I could talk to him all day.
Oh yeah, well I got a little something special for our guest, for Abner. We'll take you back to the homeland.
Tout le monde à droite, tout le monde à gauche, tout le monde à derrière.
Rocking out right now.
Yeah.
What's up, Nicole?
Encore. Tout le monde à droite, tout le monde à gauche, tout le monde à derrière. Et puis l'ouvre, derrière, l'ouvre.
We're gonna party rock out for a little bit. Let's go. We're gonna start the weekend early. That's what we do on Final Round. We're gonna start the weekend early. Some good wine. Hear that good music.
Yes, sir.
We right here. Oh, what up, Tanika? Oh, we got the whole family on tonight. And we got support this young brother, Vine Village. Support this young brother. He only 25 and he's about to be 25. He's trying to shake up the industry.
Yeah.
Support this brother. We got some heavyweights on the line with us, Abner, for sure. Yeah, man. We got some good folk on it. So our girl Nicole from Sip and Share Wines, definitely look her up. She's like a trailblazer out there in Indianapolis, going around the country around the world.
I'm tuned in. I like to be aware of all the black winemakers and all the black winemakers out there, you know?
Yeah, she's definitely one of the support. She's part of our Vine Village. Good people, man. And then we got Tanika Magnum, Wine and Combos, man.
I know her too.
Yeah. We got big things popping. Black Wine Retreat. Crazy.
You might see hopefully different ones over there. You never know.
Hey, we can broker that for sure. She's taking a class at the same time. Look at that. We distracted from our studies. Oh man. So yeah, tell us about that. I know how you got into the game. So have you been able to connect with some folks that's in the game?
Of course. Every time, well, let me not say every time, but almost on a daily basis, I'm talking to somebody that's in the wine world, whether that's in distribution or with wine clubs, or for example, wine convos, other spirit brands, cocktail brands. I think for me, it's all about collaboration. It's all about partnership.
No doubt.
In order for us to kind of make it to the top, we got to bring ourselves. We got to bring ourselves and everybody else with us. And so that's just kind of been my motto. And so when I do reach out to people, it's all about just trying to connect, the genuine energy, and just seeing where we can go. All about being collaborative. And I think once we continue to do that, sky's the limit.
No doubt. Now, did I read somewhere that you got some other varietals coming out?
Yes, I do have. I do have a red that's releasing this year. I don't want to give too much on it, but I will say it is named after my mother, and so
right.
Her name. Like I said, just keeping the tradition of highlighting the important woman of my life. So I can't wait to share that while with her and just kind of surprise her. So she's not on social media, so she doesn't know.
Well, I know somebody who probably is on social media, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put you on the spot. So when that girlfriend of yours is gonna get a wine named after her.
Wow, you didn't have to do that.
Don't answer. No, you ain't gotta answer that. You ain't gotta answer that.
I mean, it's in the works. It's in the works. I definitely, like I said, that's one of the most important women in my life, and so I definitely do want to highlight her, but in due time, Due
time.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
Yeah, Karen, that wasn't fair.
That's all good. It's all good.
We're back out of that real quick. We're back out of that. Yeah, Abner is dope for sure. Yeah. Glad he's rocking with you. Yeah, for sure, man. This is a good young brother. So where can you? So we DC based, but we all around the world. Mm-hmm. So name some spots where you can actually get the wine.
Right. And so right now I'm still working on getting into DC shortly, but we're located in Maryland, Baltimore, Glen Burnie, Owings Mills, Hamden. A lot of these locations are on my website. So if you go on my website and you click, there's a location website, a map that shows, all my locations. My Instagram also shows where I'm located as well. And I also ship to close to 40 different states. And I think that's been one of my biggest advantages, being able to ship to people. Just because, as I'm growing, some people can't, don't live in Maryland. So I've been able to reach people in all over the United States.
That's dope. And that is a competitive advantage in this particular time, because there's a lot of folks that sometimes we work with who don't have that wide range of distribution to all the different states. And that can handicap you real quick in this particular time. So that's salute to you for having the forethought to do that.
Yeah. And actually, surprisingly, Maryland is actually a very tough state to actually ship to. Because like a lot of the wines that are based out of California or other states, they'll have DC and Virginia, but they won't ship to Maryland. So you're already ahead of the game right there, being able to, once being in Maryland, but being able to distribute throughout the state.
Right.
Yeah. Deep Crates B, he's my plug for the wine. So he lives in DC, I'm in Maryland, and he's my pusher. He comes and drops off the wine. People are like, why you got these brown bags in front of your house? Hey, my connect, for sure. So tell me about this particular vineyard that you're working with, Far Eastern Shore Winery. How did you stumble upon them? What made you select them?
To be honest, it was all just through researching. While I was at my job, I was just still trying to focus on how to get wine, and I think it was trying to figure out that process that led me to, let me reach out to the Maryland Wine Association. Why not? And I got in contact with the director himself. And then he just, mentioned a lot of different wineries that could help me, attain what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was able to actually meet my partner and we've done a lot because this is, he's never done this before.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah.
He's never done this before, so it's been a learning experience for both of us. But just having someone that has that knowledge and that experience in the industry, I've been able to learn so much. It's not, for me, it's not just about, selling wine and having wine in a bottle. For me, it's just about how else can I put my people in this position? Like just doing the research and being able to launch my own brand, not having, in this sense, a physical store, or a 2.5 million vineyard,
Right.
Able to do this and launch. And so for me, it's just like, all right, let me help other people in that situation and see where they can go for that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the effort that you put in.
Absolutely. Hey man, I gotta admit, man, I'm like extremely impressed with you, man. Your presence, your vision, and your commitment to our folk. Like, where did that come from? Because that's not a given that everybody has it at that age. Not that you're a young boy, but
yeah. I think it's just seeing. Well, I'm from Boston, and so from the hood, and just being able to go to school like Boston College and just seeing. I lived in my city and went to school at private PWI, and so it was just kind of learning how to code switch. I had to learn how to code switch, and I had to learn how the world worked. And for me, it's just like I think we're going through such a Black renaissance right now. It's probably different in your time because you probably experienced that. But for me, we're experiencing it right now.
Made me feel old right there, by the way. But go ahead. In your time, you keep that beat.
I realized when I said it, but that's one thing I like to say, just because it may be, like I said, it seems like there's a Black renaissance going on, and for me, like, if we can continue to pull our Black dollars together and continue to strengthen our community, not just with our Black dollars, but just with our community, helping homeless, helping education. For me, like I said, it's not about just the wine. It's not about the money. It's about inspiring other people to venture out and do what they want. Because
Absolutely.
Like if I had someone, talk to me about financial literacy or just entrepreneurship in high school, I don't know where I would be, and I don't want to talk down on college. Like, I definitely appreciate the experience that I learned, but some people, it's just not for them. And, they're kind of at the roadblock where it's just like, oh, if I don't go to college, then I got to get a 9-to-5 at McDonald's, or like, there's nothing else for me out there. But, it's all about just having the knowledge, having the whereabouts, understanding, financial literacy. I think that's so important. Understanding taxes, you can take a loan and invest that in your business, compared to taking out a loan for school. So it all depends on what you want to do. And like I said, I want to inspire other people to kind of take that leap, take that trust, because it's all about being confident in yourself. And throughout this whole experience, I've had to be confident in myself. I've heard a lot of no's. I used to I sold cars for a little bit, and so just having to kind of sell cars. It's a hard thing, to actually secure someone to actually be like, what, I like you, I want to buy from you, and I'm going to buy all the warranty from you because you're such a great guy. And so I've been able to kind of, experience that, but also experience people saying no to me. And so I've learned to not internalize that and just, continue to, keep that relationship, but then also understand that I can go down the street and, still have my wine there. So it's just, for me, it's just an extra push to continue to go out there and get my wine out there, because some people may not see my value, may not see my story, think my wine is too much, or it shouldn't be as expensive, should be at the same level as, X and X wine. But, I believe in the value that I have in my own company. I believe in the value of my wine. And, I think the taste reflects that. And so that's just kind of how I feel in regards to, where I am with that wine, what I want to do to inspire other people, and just, that.
That's dope. So you mentioned high school.
Yeah.
I'm always interested. Like I said, me and B met in high school. I want to know your superlative. Like, what if I was running into some of your folks from high school?
Yeah.
What would they say about Abner?
They'd be like,
Abner in high school?
You talk too much. I've been able to, turn that into, a lucrative business where, I was admissions counselor, like I said, talking to parents. I was selling cars, so I had to talk to people, be personable.
Yeah.
So they say I talk a lot.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
What about college, Abner? Same game?
College Abner was. I think I definitely went through a change in college. Just like I said, just being on my own, having to just kind of go through my own situations. I think graduating college and going through that, but also having to, worry about family and a job and, X and X compared to other people who just focus on school definitely shaped the man that I am today. The drive that I have, the hustle that I have, the mentality that I have. So.
No doubt. AB, man, I need I need a music bed. I need some tunage. You got some tunage?
Me?
Got a little something for you.
Oh.
Tell the DJ turn it up, let the DJ bring it back. Tell him
Yo.
play the shit again. Tell him that
Rock out a little bit.
like that. Oh, Trey,
Get your glass up.
Trey.
Yo, fine females, alcoholic beverages. The way the bottle is coming got me a little left.
Rocking out right here,
Wondering how that.
Man,
Wondering how the bread is. Shots later, whatever, we gon' set it up.
Yeah,
Gas
good
it right quick, regular, unleaded.
Hey,
Yeah,
IG
man,
family.
she acting like the truth. When I'm on it
This
down
right
with purple, she
here.
doing the hookah.
This
I could
Divine
ball
right
up
here.
in the oven, know I could nuke. Yeah, my bag's up better than her, then I'm a shooter. Let me know when you leave it.
Which right there.
I'm
Sometimes
only
you
here
say
for
stuff is
2
great.
days.
It's so hard, but
Right now,
the mind is gone.
right
Hey, wait, I think Tanika's from Boston area, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Tanika from Finding Combos is from the Boston area. That's the Regiment. Caramel Sugar 72. What's up, love?
Shot me a grand slam, got woman stands with the fat booty pants hot. Damn, put your name up where you came from, neck and wrist laced up, very little makeup. The swims in the Reebok gym, so you frame up a sugar and spice. The only thing that you made up.
Hey, this ain't just sugar. I know it's a divorce to you.
She was like, yo, I'm leaving now.
Like I said, this is a good gateway drug out of drinking Moscato.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I would describe it. Yeah, it is. It's a good gateway drug out of Moscato. You know, there's no shade on Moscato. Like, I know a lot of people really kick on Moscato drinkers. That's not my thing. Like, drink what you drink, man. But
I agree.
yeah, but if you know, if you want to explore something different, this is a damn great place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap up in a few, man. We just want to show so much respect and so much love for you.
Appreciate it.
We
Thank
love your movement, man. We love what you're doing, like the way you present yourself, brother, man. Man. Anything we can do on a real personal level, bro. Like we love little bros. Like you little bro to us now. So
Appreciate it. Thank you so
anything
much,
you
man.
need, bro, for sure. Throw your socials out there. Throw your all the connections.
At Montfleury Duvin. Basically the name of my wine is on my socials: Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I do like to connect on LinkedIn. So definitely do that.
Yeah.
And my personal one is Adio Suave, ADIOSSUAVE. That was my old, I don't know what I was thinking when I was young when I made that, but I've kept it ever since. That's all my social media handles. So
That's one of my favorite questions. But I always try to ask people every once in a while, like, what was your original email? And because everybody got an inappropriate original email.
I do remember my original email was like X Lil G Boy X. I don't know why. Like I don't know what I was thinking. Those are like AIM days,
Yeah. Well, let's end it. We always end our interviews on this question.
Yep.
You stuck on an island.
Right.
You got one wine. Can't be yours.
Yeah.
Can't be yours. It could be a varietal though.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be like a specific wine.
Okay.
Brand. You got one album on an island, stuck by yourself.
One album,
one wine.
That's tough. I'll probably say. Album wise, I'd have to go with Victory Lap. Just cause like, you know, I was bumping that when I was going through it, you know, after, you know, I graduated college and
that's motivation right there.
It is. And I really like, shout out to Nip, RIP to Nip as well. I definitely think just listening to music, the vibrations in his music, you know, he has certain vibrations, you know, frequencies in his music that do help you. And just what he's saying, you know, like for me, it was listening to that and putting in the effort and putting in, you know, the grind and seeing, you know, where I am right now. And so I'll probably say Victory Lap. And then for wine, I don't even know. Like, I think I'm just, like I said, I'm still getting into the game. Like for me, I got like a 2012 right here that I got from, it's crazy. I literally got it from like down the hallway. Someone was giving out free wine.
Where you live? I'm coming. Free wine?
Right. You just literally, they just got like a bunch of wines out here just talking about free booze, and you know, everybody just takes it. So it's very hard to pick a wine because I really don't have a favorite, you know.
Okay.
I think as I'm getting older, my palate is expanding. And so maybe, I don't know, in a year or so, I'll probably like more reds than I like whites. And so I don't know.
What about your palate then? What's your palate right now? Have you identified, or are you on a trail to kind of what your palate preference is?
And yeah, that's what it is. I am on a trail. And I think just because I don't drink my wine a lot, but you know, I tend to go towards the white, and I've had to learn and force myself to be like, you know what, let me venture out into this red. That nobody has ever had, you know, or like, for example, 2012, you know, like I looked at it and I said, I don't know how that would taste, you know, with the age and whatnot. But for me to kind of experience where, or understand where my palate is, I gotta, you know, try these different things. So what I will say is Apothic Red. And maybe that just might be, you know, such the mainstream right now, but I really think they have.
This shit's good.
And like, I don't know what they put in it, but like everywhere I go, it's just flying off the shelf, man.
It's crack. They put that crank in that thing. Yo, that's the thing too. Like, I try not to get in my wine. I'm on a journey. We all on a journey. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say that like I'm the most educated wine dude and all this shit. Nah. But I will say it's easy to start to slip into that range where you just start hating on stuff that's popular.
Yeah.
You want to know something that other people don't know. Apothic Red is good. Like it is what it is. It's like Hove. It's like people hate on Hove because it's convenient. Like it's good.
Good.
He's right for a reason.
You know?
Yeah, he's Hove for a reason. Like let the man live. I guess that's to wrap it up. That's your dog's like, look, man, I got to pee.
Yeah, he's like,
don't make me poop on your foot. Hey, Abner, brother. Hey, have you heard the song Perfect 10?
By who?
Nipsey Hussle. It's on Mustard. It's not on his album. It's on Mustard's album.
Yes, I have. Yep.
I was about to say, listen to the lyrics on that if you haven't. Inspirational. He just talks on it.
Yeah, and it's not even exactly. It's a vibe from my own mind. You know, like, you know, nothing too crazy. No crazy bass. No crazy. You know, 808s is just straight. Straight wisdom.
Yeah. I thought of that when you said Nipsey. I was like, damn, that's a good pairing. That Perfect 10 would go really well with this. Really well. Anyway, like I said, man, you like a little brother to us, and I could sit here and rap to you all night, but we all got stuff to do, and your dog is about to gnaw on your leg. So, hey man, Bond of the Rhyme, Virtual Beano, number 41, second one of 2021.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Crazy. I appreciate it. You guys are my first. And I loved it. I can't wait to do this again, man.
Let's do it live. Let's do something together. Let's do something live together,
man. I'm with it. I feel comfortable. I think I had to, you know, jump off that ledge, and I jumped off, and I feel comfortable.
We got you. We got you. All right, man. He's good, brother.
County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot range, hollow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Damn right, I like the life I built. I'm West Side 60, shit, I might got killed. Standing so tall, I think I might got still. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will.